There are two airports in Cappadocia, namely Kayseri and Nevşehir. We arrived at Nevşehir Airport, which is the closest airport to Göreme. For our airport transfer, we booked a shared shuttle service with Helios Transfers. So welcome to Cappadocia. We just arrived here and we found our hotel, and it's called the Zara Cave Hotel. We're just checking in now, and then we're just gonna go explore our surroundings. Zara Cave Hotel, which opened in 2019, was built with volcanic rocks and natural stones in the region. This hotel has 10 cave rooms and 7 natural stone rooms to choose from. The rooms are spacious and beautifully decorated in a modern Ottoman style. This beautiful family-owned hotel is located in the center of Göreme National Park and is very close to the Göreme Open Air Museum, shops, restaurants and popular destinations of Cappadocia. You can enjoy the enchanting view of a sky full of hot air balloons from any one of their 4 terraces. It's also the perfect place to take beautiful pictures. We enjoyed our stay at the Zara Cave Hotel immensely and can recommend it to anyone coming to Cappadocia. It is a beautiful hotel with friendly staff and a great location. Okay, so we're off to go explore around the hotel. You will find many shops in the streets of Cappadocia selling a variety of gifts and souvenirs. If you are looking for a Turkish rug, then Sultan Carpets is the place to go. They offer a wide selection of unique and high-quality handmade carpets. Most visitors don't necessarily come here to buy a rug, but rather to take pictures in their upstairs carpet studio. Like most visitors, we made an appointment to go take some photos and videos in this unique and magical place. You can check out our Sultan Carpet video for the results. We enjoyed a traditional shawarma kebab with yogurt at a nearby local restaurant, and it was delicious. Hi guys, so we are on our way to the Open Air Museum. We decided to walk because it's only 1.9 kilometers from our hotel, and it's starting to clear up because we had some rain before. We had a very disappointing morning. We went and got ready. We got ready for our hot air balloon very early this morning, and then we got to the central point where we had breakfast, and just before we had to go out where we got the hot air balloons, they told us it was cancelled. So then we had to go all the way back, and now we had to battle to get a new flight because everything is fully booked. But luckily our company could put us on one of the other hot air balloons for tomorrow. So hopefully that won't get cancelled due to weather or rain, and hopefully we will be able to go up on the hot air balloon tomorrow. You will come across a few of these wish trees in Cappadocia. They are an important figure in Turkish mythology and folklore and are still respected among local people today. Blue glass ornaments hanging from trees are intended to ward off the evil eye and reverse any ill intentions. Göreme Open Air Museum, known as the knowledge and thought of Cappadocia, is one of the most special places with its monastery which lives for years. Beautiful frescoes which tell Jesus and Bible histories can be seen in many of these caves. The story of the valley started in the 4th century AD at the early Christian periods.
This valley, in which almost every rock block has been carved and transformed into places of worship, life, and teaching, and where holiness meets art, entered the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1985. Entrance fee to the museum was 100 Turkish lira, and then you can get an audio guide or a local tour guide for an additional cost. We had a wonderful experience with our tour guide Murat and can highly recommend him to people that want to learn more about the history of this place.
Hello, my name is Murat. Welcome to Cappadocia. I'm official tour guide in English and Chinese. If you have a chance to Cappadocia, you are welcome.
So later that day, when we got back to the hotel, we got the notification that our hot air balloon was cancelled for the next day as well due to bad weather predictions. So they already knew it wasn't going to go up. And we were very disappointed because the day after that, we had to move on to our next destination. So there weren't any days left for us to try and go up in a hot air balloon. And that's a reality, that's a possibility, it can happen. So when going to Cappadocia, you might need to keep that in mind, that if you really want to do a hot air balloon, you might need a little bit more time there just to make sure that you are able to go up, because it has happened before that there has been 4 days in a row that the balloons didn't go up, and then you missed your opportunity because you were only there for a few days. But there is so much more you can do in Cappadocia than a hot air balloon. So there is a lot of different stuff you can still do there that is amazing experiences you can have there. So Cappadocia is not just a hot air balloon ride.
You can go on a quad bike tour, or a jeep safari, or maybe go horseback riding. You can go on either one of the red or green day tours. We decided on the green tour, and this is what we experienced. The first stop on this tour is Göreme Panorama, which is the best view of the region. Next on the itinerary was Derinkuyu Underground City, which is the biggest and deepest underground city of Cappadocia. It has 8 levels connected with narrow tunnels. You will be able to see stalls, storages, church, winery, kitchen, and other sections which are open for visitors. It is large enough to have sheltered as many as 20,000 people together with their livestock and food stores. The city was fully formed in the Byzantine era when it was heavily used as protection from Muslim Arabs during the Arab-Byzantine Wars. These cities continue to be used by Christian natives as protection from the Mongolian incursions of Timur in the 14th century. Selim Monastery is the biggest religious building in Cappadocia with a cathedral-sized church. From the road, there is a short challenging climb up a steep hill to the monastery. On the way up, you go through a tunnel-like corridor which was part of the caravan path on which camels walked. The camel caravans came to Selim for a stopover as there was a large bazaar there, and for protection, camels were led to the central part of the monastery. The monastery also contains monks' quarters, a large kitchen, and even a stable for mules. The columns and arches of the church still bear the telltale markings of various generations that once occupied it. The Illara Valley is a canyon which is 15 kilometers long and up to 150 meters deep in the southwest of the Turkish region of Cappadocia. At the north end of the village of Illara, there is a stairway with almost 400 steps which descend over 100 meters down into the canyon. The significance of the area is related mainly due to the numerous churches and houses carved out of the canyon walls. The Illara Valley was a very important religious center for early Christians escaping Roman soldiers. From the 7th century AD, the valley was settled by Byzantine monks who dug their houses and churches out of the tough stone, which had been deposited by the eruption of Mount Hazen. The canyon was formed in prehistoric times by the Melendez River. It lies between the villages of Illara in the southeast and Selim in the northwest. The walk is really pleasant. You surely will encounter some wildlife like birds and lizards, And along the way there are some wooden huts set right in the center of the stream where you can indulge yourself in some Turkish coffee and other local snacks. We also made a stop at an onyx art factory where we learned a bit more about popular onyx stones and did a little shopping. Pigeon Valley earned its name from the countless man-made pigeon houses that have been carved into the soft volcanic tuff. Years ago, the pigeons were used as message carriers and their droppings were used as fertilizer. On our last evening in Cappadocia, we went to a traditional style Turkish restaurant around the corner of our hotel and tried the highly recommended manti dish. Manti is a type of dumpling popular in most Turkish cuisines. This was definitely one of my favorite meals while in Turkey. On the morning of our departure, we checked on a local website to find out if the balloons were going up this morning. To our surprise, the flags were green and they were clear to fly. This was such a bittersweet moment for us, but hopefully we will one day return to Cappadocia and get the opportunity to go up in a hot air balloon. Please remember to subscribe and join us at our next destination in Pamukkale.